Hi there and welcome. This is Kate and I'm not in the nest this afternoon. I'm actually in a beautiful country town. This is day one of a little trip to the country with my husband, and he has been divine. And we've stopped at quite a number of little towns on the way. So I've thought I'm going to do what I said I would do and share some of the things that I found in each town. I'm going to make something while I'm out here, and I'm going to start off with saying this little pouch, pom-pom pouch, came with me in the car, well underway with a project that I don't know whether I'll share with you on this trip or when I get home. But the significant thing is I'm crocheting in Orange because we are actually staying in the country town of Orange, which is in New South Wales, Australia, and it's known as the Central West. So I'm not very good at geography, but if you just remember Orange and how appropriate is it for me to be here. Now, speaking of crocheting, I think I've shared that I'm getting a little obsessed with crochet flowers. And the first place that we stayed, that we stopped on our way to here, I had to pick up this tea cozy. I'm learning all the time, and I love the effectiveness of those little dangles and the frill at the top. So that's the crochet part. I took into the shops with me, and sorry if this is I'm on a kitchen table in the place that we're staying, so it's a little bit different to my studio. I took my bag that I made the other day for this trip into the Oppy's, and I've unpacked it to save time. I brought with me my fringy travel pouch, a pin cushion, and I'm going to take you through. I just said to my husband, it's amazing that every town had a different flavour, if you like, in what I could buy and what. But I have to share that he was so sweet. He kept a timer on me, and he'd go to I like wandering through the shops usually because I have plenty of time at home. But he was on a mission, so we get to the counter and he said, I'm asking, and I said, no, I'll be able to just find them. But he said, no, we're on a time limit. So anyway, tomorrow he's going off to play golf, and I have the whole day to roam in the shops of Orange. So first stop was Katoomba. So if you're learning about Australia, I'd love to just share with you. That's famous for being in the Blue Mountains, where we have some famous mountains called the Three Sisters. Truly, compared to Europe and other places in the world, they're not that big, but they're very special. So a Vinnie store there, not very much embroidery, because when my husband asked, they all went, oh, we don't, if we had some, but there was enough. So some little green pieces. I always think of Beck and Missy when I see green. I don't know. I remember Sarah saying that she always picks up tray cloths, and there was one there, and that is very sweet. The thing probably that struck me was that I found embroideries in Katoomba, and this one was the first I found, and that just brought me joy. There's the Bluebird of Happiness. I'm living happiness this week on my little trip, and so many of you have wished me well, so I'm just going to share away, because I'll take these treasures back, and you know that I will use them and reclaim them. And in fact, that was lovely. A lot of the ladies said, what are you going to do with these? And I say, well, I upcycle and they will become treasures on quilts. So there we are. That's lovely fine work there. This one is absolutely beautiful, and it will be going on my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery's slow stitched quilt in a place of honour. If you saw, I'm up to the top, and it's got a little bit of a violet theme. So look at the work of that person, beautifully done. and that was $2. From the same shop, now, was that Vinny's? Yeah, different shop in Katoomba. I really liked this place because the ladies in Vinny said you must go, and it was the Cancer Wellness Centre, I think. They said the biggest store in the Blue Mountains, like Oppy shop, and directly helping people with cancer. So I loved buying from there. Look at this, it's a sampler where all the work has been done, but it hasn't been framed. I just think, oh, I'm so glad that that's come into my hands to be treasured and shared with all of you, my friends. Speaking of friends, how are you? Now, have you been seeing my hands? I don't know whether you have, but now that I've checked that, I will move some things around and hopefully make sure that I stay on track. It's a different chair. Get my distances right. So beautiful work. And then this was just like this. I'm going to pull it out because I'm going to use some of it as background this afternoon. Look, a hoop and a needle. I'll take that needle straight out and put it on my pin cushion. Cupcakes come with me. And this is an Australian house called The Terrace, and ironically the whole thing was $4. But ironically we're staying in a Airbnb, which is a little terrace house, very country. So for me, there's not a lot of work done on that, but I think that's something that I could consider using. How are we going so far? That was, that was the start of the day. Then I'm going to leave those beautiful flowers there for you to look at. The next place we stopped was over the mountains and we're heading west, and we stopped at a town called, I think it's a town, not a city, I'm sorry if I've got it wrong, Lithgow. And again, different feel to the shops, but there were quite a few, so had to go quickly because we had to get to the next place. But I loved the green in this. Guess what? I was so excited. Another bluebird of happiness. In fact, I'm going to stand up until I stitch because then I can make sure that you can see that beautifully stitched. One of these are they tray cloths. I've got a few, but they come in so useful. Cross stitch. This is really well worn, so that was good. A tiny, so not many embroideries so far in compared to other things. Little fine daisies there in a basket. The thing that was interesting was that one of the stores, I think it was the Vinny's, had all these Australian, I'm sharing Australia with all of my friends in other places in the world. This is Western Australian wildflowers. I actually thought, but it was too big. I actually thought of Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, but beautifully used and soft. This one, I know people have collected these over the years. This is Tasmania. Hello, my friend Amelia. I'm thinking of you. So 1982, so that's already 40 years old and hasn't been used. This one is in Kate's Pinks. It's cotton rather than linen, but it's got to make you happy. Look at those. Flowers on the windowsill, Kate's basket, orange flower, a scene, and then there's fruits down the bottom. So that was for the colour. A Kate Can't Resist, a gingham tablecloth stitched with red and blue, not usually my colours, but who knows, we're going to do things differently. And then this bit of fabric was a remnant, and Kalpana, guess what the flower is? And for Mum's quilt as well, it's roses. So beautiful big roses on a lovely beige background. So that was Katoomba and Lithgow. Apparently there were lots of other shops, but we didn't go. But did I show you that? I really like that piece of crochet. Lots of little motifs or strips. Now where am I up to? Oh, I know. Gone blank. I did end up bringing the Betty quilt with me. I'm looking at that. Oh, I know. So by the time we got to the town of Bathurst, it was lunchtime. So we had a lovely meal. Well, we shared a panini, vegetarian, and a cup of coffee. And we were sitting there. It was a very, very cool cafe. And I loved it because it had lounges and tables and sold lots of other things. And the whole time that I was sitting down eating my lunch, staring at me from the shelf directly in front of me was this basket. And it's woven, it's just beautiful and bright colors. And I said to my husband, I said, I've got to have that little basket. He said, but you've got your bag. And I said, honey, it's already full. So in here this is a quick what's in my basket. The treasures from the city of Bathurst, which is it has a university in it and a lot of Oppy shops. So the sewing basket would be cheaper, but I bought this because I want some more pink. I think I told you I was running out. It's got some variegated yellow orange that I didn't bring with me out here. So, and a nice little silvery, and like this. So I got that. Here are 3 napkins. I haven't actually tested out whether these would be nice to sew through or not, or too hard. So 4 napkins for $3. Nice. And needle books. I am being influenced by Beck from So Be Created, last needlebook tutorial. So if you haven't checked that out, go and have a look. But she uses things like this in many places for beautiful reasons. Okay, I'll take the rest out, but I do hope you like my basket and that it makes you smile. So that's going to come with me on the trip, and probably carry some of my making while this goes into the shops with me. All right. Oh, I didn't take the things out. I hope you can hear in my voice how excited I am. So this little doily, I have to be honest, everyone, whenever my husband asked at the counters, the ladies would just shake their heads and go, if we had any doilies, they would be over there. So I had a talk with him about preserving, and he said, but Kate, you're giving new life to them. So it's interesting times. Here's another, it's sort of like a variation of that other tray cloth. It's cross stitch, and I don't know what they actually are, but beautiful fine cotton, and there were 2 of those. So probably a little more expensive at 3 each, I don't know, but that's, okay, Beck, this is what reminded me, I picked this up. So from now on, these things with yellow were 50 cents in Bathurst after lunch. What an absolute dream. So look at that, love it. Beautiful little daisies on the corner here. Tiny, sweet, I'll bring this one up because it's small. The light's not very good, sorry everyone. Little tiny, I wasn't going to get it, and my husband said, Kate, rescue it, and again for a needlebook or for a pocket, that would be great. This piece, some lovely pink flowers there. This is one of the ones I absolutely love. Variegated orange around there, and this work, and again, I just think needlebook, horsewhip, vessel. In fact, I feel like keeping that totally intact. So special, and these from now on, they're all from the one place. So 50 cents. And I don't necessarily know where they'll all go, but they've been rescued. This one, absolutely love that. And we're at the time where we need to, I need to fill in on my, I'm in the garden quilt. So that again is a beautiful piece. Here's the message. This was the third. I believe things going in 3. This is my third bird of the day. Look at that one. Wish I could work out how to make the light be better. And 2 yellow roses and a pink bow. Beautiful. And that's on both sides. And lovely crochet work. Very special. This one, interesting. Again, I just saved it. Oh, that one's actually $2. Tiny here. On these two are $2. Yeah, I didn't, he gave me a bargain because I didn't pay $2 for all of that. I mean, my husband said, what? Did he just give you a price? And I said, yes, he did. Lovely fine work. 2 of those. And this is the last one. And I just saw this fringing and loved it. Came running, those beautiful flowers, a little bit of basket work, and on 2 sides. Oh, see, that one's a 50. It doesn't make any sense, does it? But the man was lovely and very kind to me. Okay, so I've got piles of things everywhere in Kate style. I'm going to take my bag off and show you what I think is actually the bargain of the entire trip. Underneath me here that I've put on the kitchen table is a table. Well, my husband spotted it first as we walked into the shop. It was the Red Cross shop actually, so I'll always remember that, at Bathurst. And he said, look at this skirt. And I said, oh, I don't think it's a skirt. It's a tablecloth. And it has the most intricate stitching on it. And they're all Scottish bagpipers. Now, not my style at all, but I couldn't, I just said, look at the work in that. So they're all the way around it, 1, 2, 3, along the bottom. Here's a Scotty dog, and this must be a representative. The cross-stitch colours are absolutely beautiful all the way around. So that'll be something that I'll have to think of what to do. And the most amazing thing, $10. That was the most expensive thing that I got all day, and it's the biggest, and it has the most stitching on it. And I think that is an absolute treasure. So that's staying as it is, and is going to be the backdrop for today's little stitch. We won't have a long time. I can hear that there are neighbours next door in the townhouse, so apologies for that. I don't know them, but that's, oh my gosh. I just threw a bit of cotton all the way across the kitchen floor. Okay. I didn't tell you what I was going to bring with me to work. This is going to be my memory piece. It is a piece of Australian blanket, and it's still got, I got this is Virginia, you're famous because Virginia found this for me at the sewing basket. It's a Billabong rug. Lovely and soft to stitch. I left the fringe on and I cut all the way across. And my thoughts are it's going to be turn into two or three nests or a pouch, travel pouch, I don't know. So I'm going to work it deliberately with pieces that I find, and we're only away for a couple of days, but it will be interesting to see where we end up with that. Okay, got to lean across with my big scissors, and we're going to start. Oh my gosh, I've got this absolute pile, and I'm just going to see if we can put a little bit of collage together to remember today. Now you might be thinking, where's Kate going with her colours? I do not know, but let's start with this. It's been cut with pinking shears, I can see. Yeah, will it tear? No, it won't. So that's probably a good sign, isn't it, everyone? I don't know about these things. I've cut that there, but there's no rose on it. So let us harvest. Welcome to my new subbies. It's lovely. I love it when people say, I've only just found you, or you know, so-and-so said I should watch. It's a really lovely thing for me and makes my day. So thank you very much for being here. To my friends who've been with me from all the way along the journey. Hope you are doing well, enjoying your making and stitching. School holidays in New South Wales, so I know some people have opportunity to go places, see family and friends, or just bunker down at home with projects, or get on with the spring cleaning, which I have to do when I go home. All right, so that's that piece. We all have many of these doilies, and I like the pineapple, so I'm just going to harvest. Has got some stains I can see, so use some of these. So what have we got so far? We've got a rose. So I'm really going to be random. So at the moment I'm just sort of going to think about my colours. I don't think, after all, I'm going to use that today because that's a little bit not bright enough. See, I'm singing. Singing already. So, sort of like the idea of this little fringy bit here. In a nice bright colour. Oh, I've made a journal to go here on this trip too, but I've left it in my bag up the other end. Seeing there's two of these. I'd love that to be, I will use that in another place. Okay, I'm going to stop harvesting. I haven't stitched today, I crocheted in the car. So my fingers want to stitch. So those of you who've seen me make nests and vessels before know that I just love the randomness of it. So this is a big strip. In fact, I'm already thinking, is it too long? But I don't want to predispose myself to a particular. I think we'll be okay. Let's see how this stitches up. So just randomly up near the fringe, and I'll do both sides. So I do need some big bits of material. I brought no fabric with me except the bits that go with my beddie quilt. So that means I truly wanted to source locally and upcycle the things that I find, and then when they come home they will sit as permanent memories and purposeful. So as I said, I don't want to commit to saying what it's going to be. As we go past, let's put a little medallion on. That I can come back and embroider in the middle of. Caught that there, but that'll be, that's okay. I have to slow down. I feel like I'm running on adrenaline. Which I am. I'm very grateful. Very grateful. Don't take any of this for granted. And I know many of you have said, I wish I could come with you. I wish you could come with me too. So that's why I'm going to do it this way and share along the road. And who knows what we'll end up with. I feel because I got 3 birds of happiness that I should feature a bird. In the garden of country New South Wales. So this one's smiling at me here. So I have sort of started, what, a third of the way down. My fringe wasn't there, I tucked that over. And in fact, I'm going to harvest that fringe. So we don't want the fringe all the way around. It makes things more interesting. Anyway, I'll save those and I'll do something with them. This one's got some stains and marks showing it's been much loved. I'll come back and put some embroidery over the top of that at some point. So tomorrow I'm going to go down the street, as we call it, and as I said, I'll look around and then I'll stitch for the day. Until golf is over, I can't even speak. so it's very interesting. That is much stiffer to stitch through, so it's, I'll sort of do a little invisible stitch because I'd like to do maybe a blanket over the top. So this way the doily is still whole. We get to see both sides of it. Oh, I should tell you as well, I only just realised it's the 1st of October. Whole new month already. It is much warmer out here, I have to say. So it does feel like spring. I didn't bring my accordion journal, but I was just thinking about, is it the week for a new prompt from the girls? I think it might be. All right, how are we going so far? I feel like I want something bright to finish with. Did I bring anything in here? I've got my threads. No, I haven't. So for the moment, I will, I think I'm going to call it at that. Oh, I forgot that one. So I do have something bright. Okay, I'm going to put that somewhere, and the next time you see this work, I will catch you up. Oh, see, that didn't even stitch down. Okay, that is enough. That shows there is more thought that needs to go. And it's slow stitching and fun, and I hope you've enjoyed that little glimpse of, just had to show you that again. So, not gorgeous. Let's put the tea cozy there. No, and remember that Kate's in orange. So my friends, until next time, please take care. I hope you have something that's making you smile, and I'm sending blessings. Until next time, this is Kate, not in the nest, but on her country tour. Bye.